All right, welcome. Welcome back. It's been a long time. I'm so happy you came back. Please, before we get into the video, please subscribe, like, and leave a comment. So today, since Shango's feast day is December 4th, I'm starting to give him his offerings now and get him prepared for tomorrow. So I'm going to show you how I do that. I have multiple statues. Keep in mind, I don't know how you do it. In my culture where I'm from, us spiritual Baptists, we do it differently. So please try to respect that, and I will respect you in the spiritual realm. Many blessings. So today, as you can see, he's polished already because I had used Shango oil, 7 African powders oil, palm oil, and I have used, this is fresh cilantro. When you're working with the ancestors, that is, you got to use herbs. Back home we have herbs right in the yard, so we didn't have to go far for that. I'm just going to spray it. It's just some Florida water blue and some salt I have right here. This is not a video about a ritual. This is not a video about a spell. This is a video where I'm going to show you how I prepare him for things that I'm going for. This is one of the excuse me, this is one of the statues that I use for Daddy, especially, you know, tomorrow's his feast day, December 4th. This is oil I'm putting on him. This is Chango oil. Everybody do theirs differently, keep in mind. So please, before you get in the comments and, you know, start to go off, everybody do this differently. Respect it. I appreciate you. I love you. We all beat the drums the same way. Don't forget. Don't forget. While I'm doing that, I'm going to talk about what I say to him usually when I, you know, fix any of his stuff for him. You know, Daddy, I'm coming to you for protection. Daddy, I need to be protected by you in the spiritual realm against anything that's coming up against me for any negativity, anything that's there to harm me, my children, my home, my mind, Daddy. I come to you as I clean you and I get you ready for tomorrow for your big day. But I'm going to show you thanks, and I'm going to show these YouTube people how Mommy take care of you, right? Yes, I do. Little Mama do take care of you. I love you very much. Thank you for everything that you have done for me. Thank you for the things you have done, and I don't even know or even have the power to acknowledge you. I'm sorry about that, but I'm still going to tell you thank you. You always ask Shango to make you a peaceful fighter. That's up to you. Depends. It's just a cotton ball that fell on the floor. It's up to you how you want to handle your situations in life. I handle mine differently. I come on here differently to talk about different ways that you can approach spirituality. Once again, this is palm oil. This is palm oil. This is what it looks like. See? When you're dealing with statues and orishas and Santeria and stuff like that, boy, especially when you're dealing with Shango, you got to get that palm oil right. I give him layers, layers, because tomorrow he's going in the center of the table, this one right here, right? 7 Potencia. You got to go up on the middle of that table, baby. It's your big day tomorrow. And what I usually do is I add a herb when I'm working with him. It's fresh, so fresh cilantro, fresh green, right out of the supermarket. This herb right here, I'll rub him down with it because keep in mind, that's what's going to protect you. Cilantro is another herb too for on crossing, good in spiritual work, whatever you're doing. I don't know if your house is teaching you that, your godmother, your godfather, I don't know. Keep in mind, like I told you, I'm from a different country, so we do things differently in our country. So please do try to understand where I'm from. See, and usually I leave the pieces on there so that way, you know, what I'm asking him for, I make sure that he's also protected himself, because you cannot ask these spirits to do things for you that you're not willing to do for yourself. Now, as you're doing that, sorry, my hand had some palm oil on it. As you're doing that, you're going to also ask him to give you the correct spiritual ranking when you're dealing with Shango. Don't just go, oh, I bought a candle, I have some beads, I have some oil, you know, whatever, it's the feast day, I'm going to go ahead and start work. No, rank your way up with him. Learn how to work with the orishas. Learn it. Please do, and stay in your proper ranking. Another thing we're going to talk, what else? Let me make sure I at least get a couple of things in. Ask him for his spiritual blessings. Not just regular blessings, spiritual ones. Ask him for spiritual wisdom, because of course, yes, he's one of the 4 corners. He's also a king. I also mentioned that in my last video. You have to ask him for spiritual wisdom. That's a whole different type of wisdom when you're dealing with normal people on a day-to-day level. Now you're in the spiritual realm, so you need spiritual wisdom. Understand that. For spiritual understanding, lean not to your own understanding, especially when you're in the spiritual realm. Oh, somebody looked at me funny. They did something to me. Let me go out here and go burn a candle on them. That, I don't care. Yeah, excuse me. When I say that, my son was telling me something about me being in the video. At this point, the message needs to get out. I'm so tired of the shenanigans. We got to get it out, and we're going to do it. I don't care how it look. I'm not editing. I'm not doing none of that. They didn't send me here to do that. That's not my job. They told me to give the message, and I'm giving it. Period. Asking for spiritual power. When you're out here, if you come off weak to somebody, that's why I always tell people, do not underestimate people. You see somebody, they quiet, you don't know who they got. You don't know who they're working with. You don't know where they're from. You don't know where their ancestors is from, where the grandmother, the great-grandmother, the granddaddy, the cousin. Don't do it. Period, point blank. Do not go and wake up a sleeping lion. Leave it alone, my dear. Please. Amen. Ashe. So mote it be. Blessings on that. Always ask him for a spiritual, long, good life. Keep in mind, when you're contented in the spirit, you're contented to deal with things that a normal human cannot take. When you are spiritually contented, you can take a beating every single day and get up, and it does not faze you. Understand that. I'm not here to deflect anything that you've learned in your past. Please understand that. And if I do, please excuse me. I don't mean to. I'm always correcting myself, and I'm always showing people respect for that reason, because it was taught to me that way. Asking for spiritual health. You want your health to be okay in the spiritual realm. When you're dealing with always ask for that. Always. Always. Ask them to, you have to be whole. If you're not mentally whole, spiritually whole, I got $1 million and you're sick as a dog, you can't use it. Ask for spiritual health, for your spiritual health, because people use spiritual things to toy with your health. Know how to deal with them. I'm teaching you freely. I'm taking time from my life to do this. Okay, then you're going to ask them to heal you, especially Shango. Daddy, heal me. Because Shango's an active person. He's a dancer. He's a warrior. He's an active person. You cannot deal with Shango and you don't want to be active. Even if it's just going for a walk, even if it's just you just getting up, getting all your chores done, write it down. I want to get this done today, Daddy. This done today, this week. You think it's possible? Listen. Learn how to use spirituality with the Orishas to heal yourself, because you're going to need it. People will attack you spiritually to go ahead and mess with your health and your healing process in life. Always ask him to keep a stable mind in the spiritual realm, because see, spiritually now, people could use spiritual things and make you crazy. Make you run mad. People will look at you like, oh, this person don't got it all upstairs. No, that's why you always need to keep a spiritual mind calm in the spiritual realm. When people do things to you, you got to get like a fox and retreat. I know this person didn't just say that to me. Before you flip the lid, maybe you might have heard it wrong. Maybe you didn't know what a word mean. Instead of you saying, can you please explain to me what is it that you're talking about, in a calm manner or in a friendly manner, you took it a different way because you misunderstood something, or a lesson or a gift that was given to you in a verbal context, and you took it the wrong way against a child of a spiritual language that tried to tell you something that they didn't even know that they actually noticed that they told you that, because sometimes the spirit will make you say things to people that you are not even aware that you're saying. So people that don't understand us or understand you in the spiritual realm will attack you because they feel that you said something wrong, or because Baba said for you to say something, or Baba allowed you to say something. That's why you have to be careful in the spiritual realm, especially when you're dealing with multiple different Orishas. Anyways, I'm not coming down hard. If I come off a little bit abrasive, as I always tell people, and women, including myself, use a peace bath when you're dealing with Shango, because you do come off slightly aggressive, people will say. And I'm not. I'm actually a pumpkin pie all year round. Not like Thanksgiving. You only have it one day. Me, I'm sweet all year round. Let me make sure there's anything else I could touch base on before I get off of here. You're going to ask Shango to make you wealthy in the spiritual realm. Spiritual bank. How are you wealthy in the spiritual bank? I know you may not have heard of it. Let me go ahead and address that today. You could be broke with nothing, and when you are dealing with Shango and you know exactly what it is that you need to do, he will make you wealthy in the spiritual bank. Meaning, if you know how to cook, you will be the best chef on the block. Start selling food out the kitchen to get yourself where you need to go. Big Daddy will make it happen for you. You have to be creative because he's a creative type of person. Oh, I don't know what to do. I'm good at cleaning windows. You will start a job to become wealthy in the spiritual bank. Shango is a king in the Orisha. They do not like to go without nothing. How can you have them? You can't give them candles. It costs money to do these things. And if you don't have it, you have to work to achieving it. That's why when you go to him, you ask him for the steps. Keep in mind, the righteous ones the steps have to be ordered. You can't just running around loose. You can't do that. Stay focused, dedicated. You have to be dedicated when you are working with these Orishas. Sometimes you got to put the phone down. Got to stay up off of YouTube. Got to do all of that stuff. Ooh, oh, you want to go out and with? Nope, I ain't going out with nobody. If I'm not right, I ain't going around nobody. And even if I am right, I ain't going around nobody. Because I ain't got time to be cleaning up nobody on crossing work now. Because they'll smile with you and kill you in a minute. One time. You have to be asking for spiritual justice all the time. Daddy, can you make sure? I call him Daddy, so please don't be offended. I always say Dad because I don't have my father. Never did have my father in my life. And as we grow in this channel, you get to you're going to see how these people work with me. I don't care what people say. Oh, you got to be initiated, all of that. Let me tell you something. I'm not from here. Where I grew up from, honey, I've been in this mess since I've been 8 and 7, since they chose me. I didn't choose them. They came for me. We're going to get right to it. I always ask them for spiritual justice. What is spiritual justice? When you are working with the Orishas, you will be targeted. You could be going down the block, minding your business, have nothing in your pocket but 2 pennies and a dried up cotton ball with an old piece of gum. Somebody will see you as the king or the queen that you are, or a child of the kingdom, and guess what? You are a target. And if you didn't know, I'm telling you now. Always ask them for that. Do not ever go and think that you are bigger than the Orishas that we're working with, especially Shango, because he will teach you a lesson you will never forget. He will dismiss you very quickly. You will not get a 30-day notice. That is not Con Edison and utility bill, none of that. He will dismiss you and cut you off. You will not be reapplying for nothing. And if you go to anybody and say, oh, they're going to pay me $1,300, I'm going to give it back to you. No, that is a lie. I'm telling you now. Do not do it. Don't waste your income tax money on that. No, 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 no. So take care of what you have. If all you have is a candle and a prayer card, that you are doing a great job. Start there. Build. Rome was not built in a day. For you to build a house, you have to start off with architectural work. You have to buy the land, get the deed. It takes work. Do not be detoured by anything. You go, oh, this person have a big altar. No. It's easy for the camel to get into a needle eye than a rich man to get in. Don't worry about what they got. I'm telling you, as a daughter of the tribe, I'm telling you. I know people who don't even have nothing. All they do is walk around praying, calling the name, rubbing his oil on his hands. Have faith. You're dealing with a king. When you're dealing with a king, you cannot have pawn thinking. In the game of chess, there's only one king. You can't be a pawn and want to sit with Big Daddy. It don't go like that. With that said, you're going to get the rest of the video tomorrow when we are putting him up for his birthday and his fiesta. You're going to see it, and you're going to see your daughter live and direct. Okay? Sending you love, sending you light, sending you drums, sending you good meditation. And if I come off strong, I'm really not. But I want the message to get across. Sending you love and light once again. Ashe and blessings. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to leave any comments. Anybody that try to deter you from coming over to the religion or try to do any kind of small thinking and make you feel small, let me tell you something. When you are working with a king, you cannot be simple-minded. You will be singled out. They will talk shit about you today, tomorrow, next week, and forevermore. That has nothing to do with you. You are on a spiritual mission. Cut everything off that do not serve you to get to that mission. Get on the right road. Shango is a fighter. If you are on your correct path that is chosen for you, not the one that you chose for yourself, he will stand with you. I am a living testimony. He will stand with you. Pray for your kids. Pray for your home. Pray for your health. Pray for your healing. And most important of all, pray for grace and wisdom. Always have grace. You need that. And not in the woman grace. If you don't know what I mean, You need some work done. Ashe till tomorrow. Nothing but love. Blessings.